Hello, I hope all is well. Um, this has been a very weird week. It's so weird, like when there's like a lot of downtime in your life, like you have nothing going on, and say you're just, I don't know, you're just asking God, like, kind of give me something to do. I don't know, whatever it is, you're bored, you got nothing to do. You have like that waiting period, and then all of a sudden you just get hit with a bunch of stuff, and just like within a week, it's just so crazy. So crazy all the stuff that happened to me this week. But one very important thing I wanted to talk about is forgiveness. Um, Forgiveness is something that I think probably 99% of us struggle with. Something I definitely struggled with. Um, I mean, over time, thanks to God, I've learned to become more forgiving, genuinely forgiving. Um, I'm telling you, and I say this to like everyone, if it wasn't for God, I don't think I'd be a good person, if I'm being very honest. Um, yeah, yeah. We all need God in our life. Like, seriously, it's not even a joke. I'm being serious. Like, we all need God in our life. But, I have like this motion sensor light, so it's gonna go on and off. But anyways, I want to bring up this topic because forgiveness is actually extremely important. Um, very much for yourself, very much for yourself, and just for God's plan in the world. Um, so yesterday, I went to see my mom for the first time in 10 years. For the first time in 1 year. I haven't seen my mom or spoken to her for 1 year. I completely cut off all contact with my mom. And I was set on the idea that I'm never going to speak to her ever again. I was literally like, in my mind, um, the only time I will hear any news about her is if she passed away. That's how much anger and resentment I held towards my mom. I'm gonna get graphic here. I genuinely hated my mom. She's brought out the extreme worst in me. The absolute worst in me. Um, oh man, you gotta be God to face my mom. I'm so serious. And just with people in my past, I've been through a lot in my past, relationships, friendships, whatever. But the one that really like affected me was with my mom, because that's my mother. Um, Growing up, we just me and my siblings. I'll just speak for myself. I'm not gonna speak for anyone else, but never had a good relationship with my mom. I mean, like, it was hard for me to love her. That's how much pain and anger she's inflicted on me. Like, it was just horrible. So I cut her off. I've gotten her off before, but I was living with her, so that was kind of hard. But now that I moved on, as soon as I moved out from my mom's house, I just completely cut off contact. Didn't tell her. I didn't say bye to her the day I left. I didn't say a word to her. Didn't even look at her. She was non-existent to me. And yeah, I was set in stone that I'm never gonna speak to her again. And my husband would ask me, or others, they're like, "Right, like, talk to your mom. Are you ever gonna talk to your mom again?" I'm like, "No, you guys don't get it." You know. I know it looks harsh and stuff, but when you experience a bad relationship with a parent, like other people, they might not understand because, I'll see relationships with my friends in the past, or with my husband and his mom, or my other family members, and they'll be like, "You're so harsh with your mom, like, just talk to her, blah, blah, blah." And I see the relationships with their moms, and they don't have a bad relationship with their mother. It's like, you guys just don't understand. That's fine. I don't have to explain it to you, because the moment they're around her, then they see what I'm talking about. I had to live with that for like decades. But ever since I gotten closer to God, especially now, like my relationship with God is solid. Solid. Um, I'm always with God. Um, I was watching channeling from Mother Mary. Someone was doing a channeling with Mother Mary. And not just Mother Mary, like Jesus says this, Jesus wants this, God wants this. Those who have passed more than have preached this. This is so hard. This is really hard to do. And I don't blame anyone who doesn't want to do this. I don't blame you. We need to be kind to everyone. And we need to forgive everyone. Even those who are like horrible people. The most evilest people. Now, this is not to say you need to build a relationship with them, or you need to be friends with them, or bring them people from your past back in your life who've hurt you and done you. I'm not saying that. You don't have to do that. I'm not doing that. But we do need to work on forgiving how people have hurt us in the past, and pray for them. I mean, genuinely pray for them, because that's not who they are. People who do evil things, bad things, hurt others, that's not who they truly are. They weren't born that way. You think a baby is born and they're already thinking about killing someone? No, that's just a bunch of programming, and it's learned behavior, it's infiltration, it's evilness. It's not them. We're not born this way. We're born into sin, but we're not born sinful. We're created by God. God is good. God is only good. There's no evilness in God. There's no bad in God. God didn't create us to be evil. We're just born into sin. It's not a complicated subject. It's very simple, but it is a lot to go into. It's a lot of detail, but so what I do is, when I'm dealing with, I've learned this from, go check out Lori Ladd, please. Or, she's amazing. She knows, she's a great teacher when it comes to God and Jesus and spiritual battle and all that stuff. She writes books that I'm currently reading. She's phenomenal. Please go check her out. I've learned this from her. But I've learned, and God is walking me through it. He's holding my hand, holding my shoulders, guiding me. The people who do wrong in the world, people who do the evilest things, the most evilest people, that's not them. They're being controlled by some energy force, like a parasite. They're being taken over by several parasites, bad energy. demons. You can call it demons. So when I see someone do something bad, or like they do something to me that's clearly, not good, I remember it and I remove myself for the most part just to protect myself. But I remember, and I have to remind myself, and I have to ask God to remind me, that's not dumb. That's not dumb. And they're just going through something. I mean, everyone is. We're not perfect by any means. I think the most evilest people might have gone through something happened. I don't know what happened. We don't know what happened to them that caused them to, or is causing them to behave that way. But we, no matter what, pray for them, because most of those people do hold power in this world, in the physical, to a degree. And the only thing that can save them is God. And we all need to change. And not just for ourselves, but for each other and for God's mission. God has a purpose here. God has a mission here. And it's for us to come back to who we truly are, which is love. And we do want to be kind to one another. We do want to love each other. But we just get flooded by these bad, negative, judgmental thoughts about one another that are not even us. That those negative thoughts are not you. If you get a negative thought about someone or something or yourself, whatever it is, ask God about it. Like, what is this? God, is this you? That's definitely not God. God will never put a bad thought in your mind. God doesn't want to hurt you. God loves you. God is not anything bad. God is pure. So pure. You can think about God right now and you just feel nothing but like it's just too pure. It's perfect. We need to be kind to everyone. And if they're mean to you, like I said, you don't have to stick around, but just try to remind yourself and ask God to remind you, this is not dumb. That's not dumb. That's something else. They're not really like that. They weren't born that way. They were born into it. We all were. Ask God to help you. That's all we can really do. But going back to my mom, I don't know, I got a call from a family member, and I just felt called, and I even asked God to go check on my mom, to understand that she's been through so much, and that the way she is, the way she behaves, that's not her fault, and that's not who she is. That's not her. She's been through a lot of pain. And I know we all have, but some people, like, my mom has been through it. And I'll be mad at her because, like, why are you inflicting your rage onto me? This is not fair. And it isn't fair. It's not right. God will tell you when to isolate yourself from someone. And God will let you know if they want you to go back. You gotta ask God. I ask God, are you sure you want me to do this? All right, take the wheel, because if it's me, I'm gonna argue with my mom. I always argue with my mom when I speak to her. Always. It never fails. I tell God, take the wheel, be in control, be in that room, be with me. Jesus, be in that room with me. We didn't argue once. And so many, she would throw things that she would say before would trigger me. But yesterday, nothing triggered me. And she was talking about God. You know what she said? She said, what made you come here? I was like, God. If it wasn't for God, I would not be here. And she said how she tried, to like she would worry about me and want me to come back, but that she finally let it go to God. She told God to take this. And I guess look what happened. She tells me how she talks to God and she's building a closer relationship with God. My mom she's a Christian, but she doesn't go to church. She's read the Bible. She's went to church before, but she's connecting with God's essence, God's energy. You don't have to go to church or read a Bible. I'm not against churches or Bibles. I'm not too fond of how most people teach it, so I rather just connect with God and go to trusted sources. But I tell God, bring the right people to me to teach me about you and whatnot. But I just thought, this horrible relationship between me and my mom was fixed by God and Jesus. And my sister came in the house. She asked me, what books are you reading? Because the energy here is amazing. And I told her, you don't gotta read no books. It's just God. Everything that triggered me in my past no longer triggers me. A person could curse me out to death. Yeah, I'm gonna probably feel a little upset. I'm still human. But I snap out of it so quick. Because in my mind, I'm like, God, remind me of this person's divinity. Remind me of who they truly are. And God shows me. And God shows me all the pain that they're going through. All the pain that they're in. You gotta be a space for people sometimes. You just gotta be that space. Now, this is not to say go rekindle a friendship or whatever, but practice forgiveness first. Take care of yourself first and ask God to guide you through this and help you do this. We need to do this because look at the state of the world. There's too much violence, too much fighting, evilness. Sometimes you just maybe need to call that person or just forgive them, and then that's it. You'll probably never see each other again. With my mom, I'm taking things slow. I'm not just gonna let her in right away. No. But I do forgive her, and I love her, and we'll see where it goes from there. It's up to God. But I see her trying, and I'm definitely a lot more kinder to her and to everyone, even the people who have wronged me, because I know that's not them. I wasn't perfect before too, I've done some very selfish things to other people. And I don't blame anyone if they don't want to forgive me or forgive others who hurt them. I understand 1,000,000%. Oh my God, I understand. I understand. But trust me, surprisingly, you're gonna feel so much better when you forgive. And I mean, you can't do this by yourself. You need to ask God to help you with this. I'm telling you, pray to God and ask God to help you with forgiveness. It's gonna feel so hard when you ask God, can you please just open up my heart and help me? Help me to no longer hold resentment towards this person, anger. Move through me, God. Please help me to see them through your lens. And just, you'll see over time what happens. Let it go. You pray to God, you ask God for what you need, and you let it go. And then just watch. But we need to be more kind to one another. Protect yourself, of course. Always protect yourself and be careful. But let's stop judging each other and being mean to each other. It's not doing anyone any good. Connect with God. Connect with Jesus. Ask them to help you, because it's not easy. No. I just thought it was amazing, because I really never thought I would speak to my mom ever again. Like, I was set in stone about that. But yesterday I just felt called. And it was a beautiful visit. Beautiful visit. And I feel good. I don't feel weird. It was meant to happen. It was meant to be. God gave me that green light. God was there. And I feel like God spoke through me. God was that stillness and space for my mom and everyone else who was in that room yesterday. And I'm telling you, this level of presence and just this connection with God is going to free you. It's going to free you, because I feel amazing. And I feel so good, and I feel so happy. And I'm looking forward to the next mission God has for me. I'm here to serve God. That's it. And it feels amazing. It feels amazing. And I'm here to help and come back to who I truly am. And I'm excited. But yeah, ask God to help you. Okay, because you might be holding on to some anger or stress or anxiety. Ask God to help you. Ask God to take it away from you, remove it from you, and build a beautiful, amazing, phenomenal, magical relationship with God and Jesus. Jesus, I love Jesus. Jesus is amazing. Jesus is amazing. Ask God to help you build a relationship with Jesus if you don't have a good relationship with Jesus. Just watch. Give it time. Give it time. This is friendship. This is a new relationship. But yeah, this is awesome. And I'm just so grateful. Right? God bless you all, whoever watches this video. And you got this. Come back to who you truly are. You're God. You're an aspect of God. You're God.